Holy cow.
Hello, we are Patrick and Rebecca Childress on the Sailboat Brick House. Rebecca and I both know 5 people who have been captured and held hostage for ransom in the southeastern Philippines on the island of Jolo. 2 of those people did not make it out alive. Of course, this happens elsewhere in the world, like off of Somalia and other places. But in this video, we aren't talking about these heavily armed pirates that when they approach your boat, you're shit out of luck. You don't have a chance in the world of escaping them. And if you think you want to pop off a few rounds from your 308 or AR-15, go right ahead, because it'll be the last thing that you do before you become obliterated. So in this video, we aren't talking about heavily armed pirates. We are talking about the guys who come on your boat with machetes or intruders in the middle of the night that are there to steal your outboard. We are talking about non-lethal defense to send a very clear message to these guys that they made the wrong decision to come on your boat. And we know other people that have been out on the ocean in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, accosted by a fishing boat trying to pull up alongside, and our friends are calling Mayday Mayday on channel 16 and nobody's responding. If they had some pepper spray or something to lodge onto that fishing boat, they would have been in great shape. But they were able to pull ahead motor-wise and then throw a big wad of polypropylene line over the side, and that caught in the prop of these approaching fishermen, and that stopped them in the water.
But you know, the last thing I want to do is if a fisherman's approaching the boat or somebody's approaching the boat, we're not quite sure what their intentions are,
but it doesn't seem so good.
But it doesn't seem so good. The last thing I want to do is, you know, shoot off a gun and kill one of them. I mean, that's just going to land me in a rotten prison wherever I am. But since it's at a distance, I'd like to be able to lob something at them so that they definitely know that we're not the boat to pick.
So that's the idea. We were in a mall in Richards Bay, South Africa, and we saw all these arms in the window. We could not believe what they had, but it turns out they weren't real. They were CO2 powered. So there's a lot of good ideas in there, but what the most amazing thing was a simple paintball gun. A lot of people in the world play paintball, and where they shoot each other with dye-marked balls. But now you change the projectile in those guns, they become very impressive. And so let's go to the mall, we'll take a look at a lot of these things, and then you decide what you think might work best.
Yeah, and let us know in the comments down below which ones you think you'd have on your boat, if some other ideas that you have for the same kind of thing. We're always looking for more ideas, nice simple ideas, things that don't cost a lot of money, but what would you have on your boat? Let us know in the comments down below.
And of course, you have to be careful where you bring these things. They're perfectly legal in South Africa, but in Australia, I wonder if even a slingshot is legal there. You can get a lot of trouble for bringing even these toys into foreign countries. So you have to research the customs and other laws in these foreign countries before you go cruising in with them.
Yeah, a good place to do that is just go on Noon site, and they'll have it pretty much in the description what you can and can't bring. It's not the gospel, but it's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah, there's another technical problem. In a mall, you know, all the incredible reverb in the sound in the air in a mall, and we had that same problem in the store. So the sound is not that great to start with.
It does get better.
Yeah, we had the manager was able to close one door, entry door. He couldn't close both of them and looked like he shut up. But the one door did help quite a bit. And then I put the video through audio scrubbing, cleaning, and that helped quite a bit. So it gets better. The audio gets better as we go along. And also his accent. There's so many different accents in South Africa, and his is Durban accent.
Well, Durban, Indian, Afrikaans, a little bit of everything. He's a good representation of accents in South Africa.
So Rebecca went through a lot of trouble to put in the closed captions and making sure that that's accurate. So just click on the CC button down there on the bottom if maybe you're having trouble understanding or hearing any of the spoken words.
In lots of languages too.
Okay, let's go to the mall.
Okay.
Okay, holy tamale, look at these guys.
Submachine gun.
Yeah, it looks pretty serious.
Authentic weight, balance, and handling.
If you look on the box, it's CO2 air power.
Oh.
Cool. Okay, let me go in here, I'll get a picture of... Okay. Well, hello there, Chevron. How you doing? Good morning. This is Chevron. We've talked to her, I don't know, 20 times, I'm sure. She's been educating us along with Zane.
Hi guys, how are you?
On all the defenses. Yeah, this is amazing because we were just walking down the mall one day and saw all of these guns. And we're like, wow, that's pretty serious stuff. But as it turns out, none of it shoots gunpowder.
None of them whatsoever. But we actually try to concentrate on everything that does not require a license and yet be able to defend yourself.
Okay, so all of these toys, the CO2 powered paintball guns, all of that. In South Africa, is there an age limit for buying any of these guns?
Our company actually doesn't allow to sell it to under 18s.
Under 18.
So you will have to be older than 18 and present your ID as well for safety purposes.
For somebody living on a sailboat like us, that's nothing but one big headache to have some kind of a gunpowder firearm on board. But yeah, we saw the CO2 pistols.
Excellent.
And rifles.
So what I actually wanted to start off with one of these ones. It's actually one of our customers' favorites. It's a BB gun, so it's shooting these metal balls here, operating with CO2 gas, which is a non-lethal gas. It won't affect you whatsoever as well.
And can you buy these all over the world?
Most places they do actually have it, like we said in America and stuff, they do actually have it. They have different sizes. In South Africa though, we are standard size, which is a 12 gram gas canister. That's
12.
12 grams.
12 grams.
Yeah. So our customer's favorite, because of the realistic feature of this gun itself. As you can see, you can strip it like a real original gun as well.
So it's very simple.
Very easy, very simple. With this gun, you can have an option of semi-automatic and fully automatic. So this should say you need to shoot one bullet. And then if you want to do automatic mode,
Holy cow.
that can shoot 19 bullets in 5 seconds.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
But now that's pellets.
BBs.
Or
Ball
BBs. BBs.
Our customers really love this gun, reason being it's an excellent deterrent. Where if you pull this out and just have to cock it, you're going to think that I do have a real gun in my hand. It's very realistic, the cock feature.
Yeah.
So the guy's actually excellent deterrent to actually deter your guy's weight. Our #1 baby for our customers.
Okay, now it operates off of this CO2 cartridge. And where does the CO2 cartridge go?
You slip your CO2 canister here, so you take an Allen key, you open up a nut here, this part comes out, your gas canister, you just drop it inside, you tighten that up, and you're ready for use.
Ah.
And how long can you use that cartridge
It
for?
will give you approximately 35 shots.
35 shots.
Yeah.
So you almost went through a complete.
Almost through a complete mode. Yeah, with
Just
the
what you
automatic,
just did.
with automatic mode, it's very easy to finish up your gas because of the rapid fire.
Okay, now with a BB like that, say like 12 meters away, what is it going to feel like?
Well, with BBs, we give you up to 10 meters. We can look at piercing. So it will be into your skin.
At 10 meters.
Where,
Okay.
up to 10 meters away, you just have to kind of pop them out. Most of the time with our guys though, they don't even shoot this gun. You just pull it out
And they go away.
and it goes away. It works like a charm.
Yeah, okay.
And once you've put the cartridge in there, can you pull it out 6 months later and
No, you
expect it to
cannot.
work? How long? How long? do you
Because
have
it's a gases, at the end of the day, we give it to you to keep your gun secure at the same time. We'll say within 5 days. you should use up your gas. When you're not using your gun over a longer duration, to not leave an open gas inside is just ways to look after the seal of the gun so your gun can last you a longer time as well.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Next thing I'd like to show you on the hand pistols would actually be the paintball guns. Specifically this one, it's our latest range for self-defense especially. It's a 6-shot. You just load your, this here is actually going to be loaded solids and peppers. So the solids, whatever you hit, you literally just break. I will get you a sample to show you the solids and the peppers.
Okay, but starting with though, this is just a regular paintball gun that a lot of people use when they play paintball.
Yes.
And hit each other with the ball that explodes with ink.
I will show you the paintballs as well, so you do have a good idea of what we're actually looking at. At the end of the day, remember, it's just a toy, but a toy that can actually defend you at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's regular paintball. If you just want to mess around, take a few shots, have some fun. That's your normal paint.
Okay. And they really don't hurt when you get hit,
it's
right?
a small sting. Nothing too bad. So
I
now
guess
we're
that's
going
why
to go.
those guys wear the masks when they play
Have to
paintball.
protect the face. Yeah,
you don't want to
very
get hit in the
important.
eye.
Very important to have your mask, guys.
Yeah.
Protect
okay.
your eyes and protect your
Safety
face.
equipment.
Okay, so our self-defense range. These are solid balls. Solid balls, how they work is whatever you hit, you practically break. Glass, straight through. These ones here. Bones, you are looking at damage-wise with these guns, where you can break a bone or two. It's a non-lethal item, so it will not pierce the skin. It's meant to just defend yourself, to put the person down. So it gives you the upper hand in the situation for you to actually move away from the surrounding areas. Pepper balls are my very favorite, reason being 1-2 pepper balls, excellent. The guy cannot actually see you. Also, if there's multiple guys, 1-2 pepper balls are affecting all of them. The moment it busts, it's in the air. They all are breathing that thing in. They can't attack you if they're trying to breathe themselves, you know what I mean?
I mean, if I wore a lot of shirts or a jacket, will it still explode? And
Hit it on a surface where you can't see it's going to pop. So even next to them, if you can fire it, because the moment it goes in the air, they're also taking it in.
Okay.
If you find they got too much clothing,
yeah, so you don't have to hit the person, just hit next to them.
you can hit next to
So
them.
hit a hard surface next to them.
Hit a hard surface next to them. I do personally prefer the chest, reason being the moment it hits, they breathe it in and they're out in the ground. They cannot attack you.
And what percentage pepper is this?
That's a 7%. We
7%.
also do have 10% peppers, which are these ones there.
So that's 10%.
That's our bigger paintball guns, which is more stronger as well. Right. This specific one does pack a punch though. So what I like about this gun is you load your bullets, you load your gas inside. The moment you load your gas, it does not activate. So you can keep this for a year, for example, in your gun, there's no issues. The time comes when you need to use your gas. You press down here, there only it activates the gas, and thereafter you can.
That's good.
That's good. Reason being, it's always going to be ready for self-defense. You don't have to think, is there gas in my gun? Do I have to worry? In a self-defense situation, you don't have time to be worrying about, is there gas in my gun? You want to be able to defend yourself. And that works like a charm.
Wow.
And it uses still that same cartridge, CO2
The
cartridge.
CO2 cartridges,
Okay.
yes, which are still nationwide. You can get.
And you still get about 25 shots out of it?
Plus minus around 25 shots. Although it's increasing on the power, so you're getting about 20.
Okay, about 20 shots. That should be enough, huh?
More than enough
I
for a
would think
situation.
so.
One mag is 6 shots.
Yeah.
6, 12, 18. You get 3 magazines. Pretty decent.
And so you now, okay, that uses the smaller caliber, but can you get 10% pepper spray in the smaller caliber?
The smaller ones, our guys haven't just come out to the just. This is our latest range that came through, because most of our paintball guns, if you do see the size of it, are pretty big guns. So our guys actually required something more compact to keep on them, and also a non-lethal item at the same time, which are the smaller ones are this year. As for the bigger rifles, there's a variety you can pick from there as well. Which
No.
shoot the bigger pellets as well. Eh?
And the range on this for hitting something and exploding?
Bear in mind, wind makes a big difference because these pellets are light as well.
Yeah.
So indoor, you are going to get a bit longer distance. Easy on them will be around 40 meters.
30 meters.
40.
40.
I'll give you about 40 meters
Without
indoor.
wind.
Without wind. Indoor.
Boy, that's still a good
Damage-wise, even 20 meters, you break in a bone. So you are doing some good damage with those as well. Bear in mind, you do upgrade your guns.
We know people who have been harassed by people on foreign boats. And if they could have launched something like this onto their boat, gas, it would have been a great deterrent. More powerful, bigger thing would be the rifle. Is that right?
That's more powerful.
Using the larger diameter paint gun.
We'll just take this one for example. So the advantage on these ones here is you got a hopper feed. This hopper feed can hold up to 200 bullets. You have a choice between 45 or 200. So it gives you a lot of shots. You know that even if you're not the best person to shoot, you still are going to hit your target at the end. With this here, it takes the bigger canisters. These here, you will be getting more shots as well, approximately around 150 or so. It depends on your pressure gauge at the end of the day, how much is it turned on. An extendable stock to make it more comfortable to hold. You do have racks on your gun as well to add a laser sight or torch. So at night as well, you will be secured. You will be able to use it. Very simple. You just cock and you fire.
Wow.
Easy to use. Ladies at home too, very easy to use. As you can see, there's just a safety catch, so the kids won't be able to do that. Manage off that. Done.
And it uses quite a different canister of gas.
The canister, with the advantage on this here, is getting multiple sizes, 4 all the way up to 24 ounces. So it depends on the size. The bigger, the more shots you get.
Yeah, yeah.
Approximately on a 20 ounce, you'll get about 1,400 shots.
Oh, wow. And how about on this little guy here?
Okay, hold on. But then again, this is just a standard paintball gun canister of gas, which you can buy wherever they play paintball.
Wherever they play paintball, and you can fill it up wherever they play paintball as well.
Okay, so these are all toys, really, but you change the projectile, and it becomes quite a different piece of machinery.
Exactly.
Now, the diameter of the projectile, is it still the smaller or the bigger?
Now we're going bigger. It's no more smaller. So these are the glass breakers. These are the proper ones for self-defense. Whatever this hit, it breaks. For example, glass, like I said, ribs, legs. You can do some major damage with these here. Rubber balls, they're actually used in riot control. They give a hell of a sting. The guys kind of use this actually to deter the person away. And your next combo, the best thing you will be getting is pepperballs. Pepperballs are my very favorite, reason being what these ones are 10%. When you do hit this, it's very effective. In a store, if we have to pop it, we have to evacuate the store and won't be able to open. Even next door, we'll have to evacuate because it's going to go through the aircon vents. It's quite powerful.
Wow. No matter what.
Now, are there any guns that really don't look so militaristic like a gun? More like a toy, you know, a real toy, something that doesn't look so offensive. Yeah, the coloration is more benign.
No pink ones though, huh?
Sadly not.
Yeah, a pink one would be much better.
On our BBs, we did have a pink one, no lie.
Yeah.
It was a fast seller.
You also have this like double barrel shotgun
Double-barrel
looking.
shotgun. Another unit that just came in recently on the self-defense range. So the best thing about this is they actually concentrated to have the proper shotgun feature on this, where it's a double shot. So how you're going to load this, you can use a solid and a pepper. You can either choose between left, right, or twin shot. With this gun here as well, you can add a laser sight, so at night you won't have issues trying to find your target, look at your laser light and attack. With this gun here as well, it also has the same feature as this.
Wait, back up for a minute. That has a laser light on it too, so that the
can
people can
add a laser.
see the laser.
Add a laser.
Add a laser. Okay.
All these guns, whichever gun has a rack in, it does allow you to add a laser sight to it.
Okay, so that's the mounting bracket for the laser.
That's a mounting bracket. Now with this here, it also has that safety feature of keeping your gas in, keeping your bullets in, letting your gun idle. When a scary situation comes through, you press down here, it's there after go to activate, and then you're ready to fire.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to have your, some in your pocket
You
ready
need
to
to have,
go.
with this gun here, you do have to have ammo on you because it's a proper shotgun feature.
Yeah.
So they only concentrated on actually having 2 shots inside.
Yes.
They wanted to keep the original feature of a shotgun.
And the gas can.
Just drop it down here. So with the Allen key, you just put it inside over here, twist it down.
So it takes the small one.
Yeah. These guns do take the small one. As I say, they concentrate on the self-defense range. So it's very simple.
Okay, so that cartridge, the
Just drop
CO2
it.
cartridge goes right in there. Oh, great.
Drop it in, turn this down,
And then when you do need it, you
and then exactly. Then you're just gonna tighten it, put your gun down, have it loaded, leave it down. Time comes when you need to use it, you know it's there. Press down, activates, and you're ready to fire.
okay, good. So you're not letting gas leak out
Not
from.
letting gas leak out. You're not gonna have that in the back of your mind thinking, is there gas in my gun? Because the last thing you need is to use your gun and there's no gas over there. And then you go pull the trigger and the guy looks at you like,
Yeah. And then of course this takes a little more time to arm because it's a larger canister
larger
and you have
bottle,
to
but,
screw it on.
the advantages of this is we do sell things like a valve. So how a valve works, it actually sits onto your gun, onto your bottle, and it's an on and off tap. So you can have your bottle attached to your gun always. You close the tap, which means there's no gas leak. So the moment when you need to use it, all you got to do is turn your tap and you're ready to fire. So we can make it easy on these guns as well. Where you don't, like we say, time is very important in a self-defense situation. You need to be able to act very fast without panicking, without worrying about your item that you are using at the same time.
Yeah, I understand that these are used, say, like on the farms.
The guys use it on farms. Also in our urban areas, our guys use this a lot. Reason being, lots of our guys don't want to use their gun as the first line of defense. Sadly, you cannot just use your gun openly because there are lots of consequences to using your gun. With this here, you'll be able to defend yourself without having the consequences of using a real gun.
Right. What is the rubber ball? Is that
Using riot control.
use it what?
Riot
Riot
control.
Riot control.
They give a hell of a stick.
Okay.
Like a really nice
Ouch,
one.
ouch.
Yeah. So it
So
won't.
that it's not to break a bone like these are. It's just to give.
It's just a sting.
Yeah.
It's to get the message across. Like, please go away.
I have seen some YouTube videos where some people wanted themselves to be shot with the gas. And they do it at like only about 3 meters and with no shirt on. Like, holy jeez. And so what happens is they get a terrible, big, bloody hickey.
You can call it a hickey. Yeah, it does really look like a hickey that constantly changes color. The pressure on these guns, if you feel them on your bare skin, it does hurt because the pressure is so high. Remember, CO2 is compressed air. It really does push out with a lot of pressure and power.
Sure.
You can tear a piece of plastic easy through with the gas alone.
Yeah. So even without a bullet. in
Without
it,
the bullet, just the gas, sound of it.
Good for dusting around the house. Yeah?
Get the dust out of the
That's
computer.
fun.
Clean it. Talk about spring
Or
cleaning.
flies.
Okay. Sadly, I do not have my tasers that I really would like to show you. It's what's used in the States a lot. It's the Taser Gun,
Okay.
which is the only taser that can attack a person at 4 meters away.
4 meters away. How does it do that?
It sends out 2 wires, it hooks onto you, and every time you press a button, that thing sends a pulse out and shocks you.
So it's on a wire. It's not on a wire.
Yeah. So how it is, you get the device itself, and you get cartridges that you put inside. Now that cartridge shoots out 2 wires at a 4 meter distance. It comes, it hooks onto you. Every time you press the button, the person gets zapped. In our country, it's legal because it's not attacking, it's not killing the person. It just puts a person down for you to have advantage in the situation, for you to either move away or call the police.
The bear spray. Actually, do you call it bear spray?
Well,
In the canister?
I know in the States they use it for bears, but we call it our pepper gel.
Okay.
Pepper gel. So pepper gel is actually our newer thing to the market. It's much more effective than pepper spray. Also, in a windy
Pepper
situation,
gel. Okay.
in a windy situation, I personally like to prefer the pepper gel because it will not come back and hit you in the face.
Oh.
That's the most. Remember something, guys. Even if you're out at sea and stuff, you'll have lots of wind constantly.
Yes.
If you spray that pepper spray, it can hit you back in the face, and the last thing you need is to spray yourself when you try to defend yourself. So with a gel, you know it's making direct contact anywhere on their face. Whatever it touches, it's gonna burn.
Okay, so it'll stick to the person.
Aim for the face. I suggest you aim for the face because that's where you're doing the damage.
Yeah,
But the gel sticks to the person.
Sticks to the person, so it's more concentrated on the person. That's why our guys don't like sprays anymore, because there's too many people get affected in the situation of trying to defend yourself. You cannot control wind at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So with that wind, it will come back and fly out. With the gel, you do not have that issue.
Right. Yeah, it even says on the front, safe to use indoors, does not affect bystanders, reduces wind blowback.
Exactly.
On the pepper spray, whether you're using the paintball gun or even the in the canister up here that you actually pull a trigger on, what would be an antidote to that? If somebody got it in their eyes, or you or I got it in our eyes,
Personally, I'd say
how do we
use
get rid of
milk.
it quickly? Milk.
Milk. Water is a no-no because it's a base that way it actually sticks onto your skin, so water actually makes it worse, eh? So the best thing you should actually use is milk.
Okay. And that'll neutralize it. Yeah, you know, say like somebody leaving South Africa, or they want to play paintball in another country. How difficult is it to carry a paintball gun in their checked luggage?
It depends on the customs of the country you're going to at the end of the day. For example, if you go to Australia, they don't care what gun it is, they will not allow it in because their policies do not allow it. So at the end of the day, you're not looking at our South African. Within South Africa, there's no issues with our guns whatsoever. Moving it, you can see it's a paintball gun. You push it through, you declare it as a paintball gun, the guys don't have a problem. With other countries, it depends on their customs. Lots of the guys will not even allow it in. Lots of the guys, it looks so realistic. For example, our hand pistols. The guys will never allow that in there because of how realistic it is.
You got that, Patrick?
What?
That's important. Look at the tip here.
Okay.
It depends on the country itself and the customs.
And so
Maybe a safe thing
this
to do.
indicates that it's a toy or a regular paintball toy gun.
Yeah, it's to show that that's not a real gun. Okay. Because the thing about airsoft is the look and the way it's identical to the real one. So
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
something to actually show that it isn't. That's one of the best features.
Yeah, even something like this. I mean, this is small.
Compact.
It looks kind of like a toy in a way. Certainly not so intimidating like imitation M.
No, 100%.
Looks like a paint sprayer.
And it is one.
Is it? Yeah.
It's a paintball gun.
So this shoots the same ammunition.
Same ammunition.
You
so
can put a hopper here and dump a lot of
Identical
any
spots
kind of
on.
ammunition you want.
Exactly.
And the big tank comes off the back.
and
here.
it'll be coming off in the back. So it depends on you and your choice of gun, guys. You actually get a variety of what you really want to actually choose from.
Yeah.
Like you say, this here does not look like a real firearm. So by looking at this, you can say it's not a real firearm.
Yeah. Okay. Then crossbows. I mean, this is a 120-pound pull crossbow. I mean, that's powerful.
That's really powerful.
When we were
the guy-
kids, we had 45-pound, and that was powerful enough with
Imagine,
target.
we actually start them off from 50. We got them in 50, 80, 120, going all the way up to 150 pounds. So with the 120, 150, the guys actually use it for hunting a lot. It does some good damage. It will kill.
Yeah.
Definitely, you're looking at around plus minus around 450 rand for a pack of 6. Now the good thing is, as you can feel, it is pretty pointy.
Yeah. Wow.
With the tip can be changed though.
Yes.
So if you want it to be a bit more deadlier, for example, when the guys are using it for hunting, etc., they do use razor head blades. So this will practically go straight through.
That cuts right through anything.
Exactly.
Okay. And what is the cost of one arrow?
We sell them in packs and not individual. So a pack of 6 is $450.
450. That's about $30.
Lady's crazy. She's gonna kill us. She's in a gun store now.
Well, Chevron, we've got to get you in here too. But thank you. I think you covered it pretty well, all of our questions and more. Hey, well, thank you, Chevron, for helping us out. Thanks a lot. And Rebecca wants to go play paintball now.
Oh, we got a nice paintball arena in Richards Bay as well for you.
Okay.
It's a nice one for you to participate.
All right, we'll see you guys later. There's some very impressive non-lethal self-defenses here. I especially like the paintball gun with the pepper spray and glass breaker balls, all to let those bad guys know if they should come aboard, they should go find a safer career. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope this video has been worthwhile for you. If it has, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button. Also, in the video description, there's a link to the tip jar if you don't mind helping out to perpetuate these videos. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.
Oh God, Patrick, back up, back up.
He's trying to scare us away.
Yeah. Yeah, back up. Just let him scare you.